Hello everyone, I'm Yuri Urano. Automation in Bitwig 6 is much more visual and flexible than before. In this video, I'll show you how to use the new system and highlight some of the improvements so you can start using it right away. I hope this helps you understand it better. So let's look at the automation mode. In Bitwig 6, automation mode is now available directly in Arranger. To toggle this with, click the Automation Mode button or simply press A. When you enable it, your clip becomes kind of like X-ray view, and automation is overlaid directly on each track. This makes it much easier to see automation in context without opening separate lanes. Next, I'll explain about flying automation. This shows a temporary automation lane for last parameter you touched. So instead of creating a lane, just touch the parameter and it will appear at the top of the automation lanes as a temporary lane. Then you can immediately draw automation. You can show or hide flying automation lane by click the flying automation button or press Shift Option A. This helps your fast workflow. Now, automation is much easier to manage. When you hover over a track header, you see different icons. When you see a greater than icon, this means automation exists, but it's hidden. And when you see the plus icon, this means no automation. Click it add one, and you see a list of parameters. Or when you see a V mark, this means now automation is visible. And when you want to show or hide automation for multiple tracks, for example, now everything, hide it, select the tracks with press Command and click. Once you select it, then press Shift A. Then you can open automation lanes on every track that you selected. You can also adjust the size of lane. Just drag to resize manually or use shortcut. Shift plus to make it larger or Shift minus to make it smaller. And Shift Z to auto zoom. Now let's talk about global automation. This is important when you want to separate parent notes or audio clips and automation. By default, global automation is turned on. In this case, when you drag note or audio clip, the automation underneath them will move together. But when you want to move them separately, you can turn off global automation. To do this, by clicking the Global Automation button in Transport panel or simply plus 0. And then you can move them independently. Related to this, when you record note or audio, automation is also recorded automatically. But you can change this setting. Go to Dashboard, Setting, and Recording section. You can turn or off this setting from here. And when you need more flexibility, you can also set how automation behaves when you move a parent note or audio clips, each of the automation lanes independently. So click on the automation lane header and you'll see the available setting here. There's 4 options. So by default, it's use editor setting. So this setting follows global automation setting that I introduced before. Next is always follow. Automation always follow parent clip. They move together. So now, global automation is off, but the automation follows a parent track. So even though global automation is off, the automation and the parent clip stay connected. It's on a launcher too. Next one is opposite side, never follow. Automation is protected. Now global automation is on, but the automation don't follow the parent clip. Last one is arranger lock. This locks automation only on arranger, while launcher follows the global automation setting. Now I set the arranger lock to this lane. Then when I move this clip on the arranger, so this automation not follow. But on the launcher, I move this clip, the automation follows the parent clip. So this is difference between other settings. So now you have more flexibility for automation editing in Bitwig. This is also a great improvement. You can use punch in and punch out for automation recordings too. Punch in and out lets you define a specific range where recording will happen. First, choose the start and end point where you want to record. You can set the range in the transport panel next to the transport loop. You can also draw a range directory on a project. And top is a start point and bottom is end point. I make it shorter and zoom in so that you can see easier what happened next. Now I hit the automation record button. It's next to the record button. And then I'm gonna record this wet game. You can see flying automation here. Then let's start. Now I move parameter, but nothing is recorded because it's outside of punch in and out area. But once the timeline enters the punch in and out area, so now you see the automation is recorded. So when this timeline is out, oh, it's looping. So now it's in the area. And now out. So now stop the recording. So this is very useful when you only want to record automation in a specific area. That's the basics of new automation in Bitwig. Next time, we'll go deeper into editing automation and explore the new editing system. Thanks for watching and see you soon!